Welcome back to another video, guys. Today I'm going to be talking about the Mr. Beast controversy. No, I'm kidding. We're going to be talking about Avatar and the Way of Water. This movie I don't really want to talk about too much for reasons I'm going to come up with, but first, obviously, I'm going to give you my scoring of the movie, because I think that's very important, and I'm going to tell you, you know, the good old spoilers. But I think this movie is a 6 out of 10. It was 100% a 6 out of 10, and I think it's deserving of that score. I was almost tempted to give it a 7 out of 10. For a reason I'll tell you in a moment. But when I left the movie theater, I was very intent on giving it a 7 out of 10. But then I had some time to think about it, and so now I'm coming down to the final. It's a 6 out of 10. I'm gonna give it a 6 out of 10. I would not recommend watching this movie, especially if you've never watched the first one. It's just a waste of time. If you watch the first one, you can watch this one. I don't. It's do whatever you like, I guess. But yeah, I'm gonna get into all the reasons now. All right, spoiler warning. We're gonna get straight into it. Oh, I hate this movie. I hate this movie so much. But I also love this movie. But I hate this movie. It's not like a shit movie, like a shit fun movie to watch. It's like a shit movie to watch. It's not fun at all. In fact, there was a part in the movie, like halfway through, where I fell asleep. I don't know why they made this movie a 3-hour long movie. Why would you make it a 3-hour long movie? Don't you have, like, 3 other movies planned? That's right, they have Avatar 3, 4, and 5 written and ready to go. And I think they're going to be working on it, too. Let's hope and pray to God it doesn't take 13 fucking years for them to make those. At least Avatar 3. And let's make sure that it's not boring either. So I hope you know spoilers, because if you watch this and you get angry, it's your fault. I don't know where to go. I don't even know what to start with. Main character is not even the main character anymore. The guy who was in the first movie, who did the iconic line of "I see you," like that guy, not main character anymore. He barely gets any speaking lines, and whenever he does get a speaking line, he's horribly not likable at all. Because he's like playing like some sort of dad character now, which it's all right, but he doesn't really make a whole lot of good choices. And I'm sure a lot of dads can kind of vouch for me if you've seen this movie and you're in the comments. Just not very good choices. There is a point in the movie, and I think this is what really brings down like the scoring for me, that makes me like not like this movie at all. So they have to run away. They have to run away from the forest because the bad guys found the forest and they're gonna come hunt them down and kill them, because they want him, the main character in particular, for killing the general. You know, the guy from the first movie, I don't really remember his name. I didn't really care for him. But apparently they want to kill Jack Russell because he killed the general. And now they're not after the avatars anymore. But they're like sorta after the avatars now. But specifically they're after Jack Russell. I mean, like, they kind of just ditched like the first avatars, like the blue ones. And then they racistly go with some other lighter blue ones. There's like a hint of racism in this movie, and it's weird. But yeah, the light blue avatars are racist towards the blue avatars, and they're like triple racist towards them because they're not like avatars. They're like demon blood avatars because they have 4 fingers right here instead of having 3 fingers. Ooh. Anyways, there comes a scene where the light blue avatars are bullying the family of the demon blood blue avatars. And I'm calling them avatars. I know people are gonna get mad because they're not called avatars, avatars are the ones that like the humans go into. Shut up. I'm gonna call them avatars. I don't care. But yeah, they're bullying them now, and one of the blue avatars, the dark blue ones, comes up to one of the light blue ones, and he says to him, "Yeah, I've got 4 fingers. You know what I can do with these 4 fingers? If I take them like this, and I take my fingers and I roll them back like this, and he punches him. He punches it. Okay. Look, I don't know why they decided to add this. I thought when they made this scene that they were gonna do something clever, like he was gonna roll them up and then like do this. Cause like, you know, they can't do that because they have 3 fingers. I mean, they can kind of do it, but like, I mean, really, not very effective. But like, I thought he was gonna do something clever like that, like, and then they were gonna get into a fight. I thought that would have been much cooler. But he punches the guy, and he acts like he's like or some shit. I don't know. He like, I don't what? Like, he has 3 fingers, but he can also ball his fist up into 3 fingers. So he knows what a punch is, and they make it to where he's like clueless, like he doesn't know what a punch is, like he's balling up his 4 fingers and he doesn't know what it is. And I'm just sitting here like, was that supposed to be clever? Was that supposed to be good writing? Was I supposed to be like, oh, get it? Because he made a fist. He punched him. Oh, that's so good. Oh, it's such great writing. I love it. No, I was actually quite appalled. I think it was really bad writing. I'm not going to shit on this movie for the entire movie. Otherwise, I would have given it a 2 out of 10. I'll tell you the reasons why I liked it in a minute. So they bring back the general. He's not dead, but he's sort of is dead. Again, there's like some weird racism in this movie where like his memories are in the body of an avatar, but he's accepting that he's dead because he doesn't want to admit that he's in an avatar trying to kill Jack Russell. And he has a son too. I don't remember that in the first movie. It might have been in the first movie, but he has a son. And that's kind of one of the bigger points. He just kind of carries him around, and his son makes a lot of the decisions for him because he's like some sort of pussy bitch. I don't know. He takes it in the ass. His son pegs him. I don't know how you want to put it, but his son's in control, really. His son's not really a good character either. Like, he's supposed to be like the good guys with the avatar, but for some reason, he just kind of comes along and does whatever his dad says and just kind of watches. There was one point where they killed a whale, like a really cool looking whale, for like some goo that's like super needed or some shit. And he just kind of watches it and he's like, wow. Like the entire time. And then there was like kind of a part where he's like, wow, wait, you're just gonna dump off the body? That's so awful. And then he doesn't do anything about it. They also ditch a lot of the stuff in the first movie, but I think that's fine. I think that's fine because they needed to implement some new stuff, which is still pretty cool. The mom still uses a bow. They have guns. They have guns. They all have guns. The mom says she uses the bow because it's like some sort of antique from her dad or some shit. But who the fuck cares? I mean, even in the movie, she goes and she breaks the thing. So, do you really fucking care? Use a gun. Like, you'd be so much more useful if you used one of the guns. Like, there's so many parts where she could have, like, been so much more useful. Like, probably the part where, like, so, there is a character death in this. I'm going to talk about it right here, right now, real quick. It is the big brother. It is the first one of the kids they show off. They do like this little like Mufasa shit. They do not give him any character development at all. It is super sad. It is super awful. But they just treat him like a side character. He comes over and he tells his like little brother, "No, bad dog. Why would you do that?" "Okay, brother, see ya." That's it. That's it. That's all they do. They show him off. He like either makes fun of his little brother, or he saves his little brother, or he's telling him that was something stupid. Then he leaves. There's no character development. He has nothing in this story. The only thing he has in this story is the part where he dies. And when he dies, that pisses off the entire family. So they go in there to go like save the sisters and whatnot. And she's like pissed off, and that's the reason why she breaks the bow. But like if she just used a gun, dude, I swear to you, dude, her son would not be dead. Like 100%. I'm gonna get off this topic. It just makes me super upset because he did not have to die, and he was not a very big character development character. Every other character had character development, except for the dad. Really, the dad was kind of like a mediocre miniature character, and the mom was barely a character at all. But like the sisters, they had some character development. The little brother had huge character development. I mean, like, he started off this movie as like the most stupidest, like, idiotic motherfucker ever, and then he like befriends like this huge whale, and it's huge character development for this character that nobody knows or cares for. But yeah, I'm gonna stop shitting on the movie now. Movie's incredibly bad. If you want to tell me I'm wrong, comments, I guess. Shut up. Anyways, let's get to the good part. You've heard all the cons. Here's the pros. This movie is absolutely gorgeous. I mean, like, it is one of the most beautiful movies I've ever seen. I don't think I've ever seen a movie this beautiful before. I mean, like, the ocean looks real. The sky looks real. The leaves look real. The sun looks real. Like, it looks... If you can take real and square it, that's what this looks like. It looks realer than real. Like, it's wild. Like, it's like a big sweaty man just started fucking him in the ass, but he asked for consent first. You know, it's weird. But like there's all these cool little monsters that they've designed too, and they all look really cool and really real too. Wheel. Like you can see into like one of the whale's like eyes, and like there's so much detail in there. You can kind of like see a little bit further into it. If you pause it, like you can see like there's little specks in there. It's weird. It's wild. This movie's wild. Like if I could just rate it on like just the CGI, it would be a 10 out of 10. If it was just the CGI. I think this is like literally just a nature document for Avatar, because the story is written poorly, but holy shit, everything else is really pretty. And I think they did even better than the first movie, Avatar, because this is super beautiful. Like there's like so many parts that are just so great. There's like, they have like all these ocean like parts where like the light is like fading, but like it stops at a point, and it just looks really pretty. It's like a sunset. I don't know, it's so wild. And then there's like a tree underwater where like they align their hairs, and the trees like start fluctuating like this light. It's wild. It's absolutely wild. And the characters look great too. Obviously the characters look really like just fantastic. And like I'm pretty sure they use like the little ball thing where like they could walk around, and then like, you know, it's like the characters are like linked to them. But like still really well done. I like, it wasn't glitchy at all. It looks pretty, like it was good. Like the frame rate was really good. It looked really good. The movie looked really good, I have to admit it. And there was like different styles for like the different characters and all that, different faces. So they didn't go lazy on that. They never went lazy on this movie. I just think they got really bad writers for this movie. At least in the first movie, I didn't fall asleep But in this movie, I did fall asleep, and I had to force myself to stay awake, which was really sad. And this is gonna be a little bit of an import from the last video, but so when I went to the movie theater, I went for the movie theater for both of these because I wanted to get the full experience. Puss in Boots had around 30 people there when we went there. And when I went to go see Avatar, The Way of Water, there was 9 people. There was 2 people in front of me, there was 2 people off to the side, and there was, no, it wasn't even 9. There was 5 people, because there was 2 people in front of me, 2 people off to the side, and there was 1 person right next to me. And I gotta admit, he was an old man, and he was actually kind of funny. Compared to, like, the actual movie, he was actually kind of funny. Because, like, there was, like, a scene where, like, the mom showed her, her tits or some shit, and, like, the old man was like, "Hot damn!" Like, really loud in the theater. We're, like, all, like, everyone's silent, and we're all just watching, and, he's just, like, over here, like, "Hot damn!" It was great. That old man was great. He was a great guy. Oh my god, such a great man. But yeah, he was probably the funniest part about the whole movie. Whole script was really bad. Movie looked fantastic, but my final score for this movie is going to be a 6 out of 10. When I heard the hype for this movie, I was really hoping that we would get 2 10 out of 10 movies in 2022. But I am sad to tell you that we only got 1 10 out of 10 movie in 2022. I hope that we get more movies that are in 2023 that are as good and have 10 out of 10 potential, but I don't want any more 6 out of 10 movies. Thank you for watching. I'm gonna go bleach my eyes. Don't watch Avatar. Have a good day.